There are several techniques you can use to navigate within your document, so let me share those with you now. The easiest way and the most common way that we know how to navigate through a document window is to use the scroll bars, and you'll notice them on the left and bottom of most documents. This is particularly true if you zoom in on something. So what you do is you grab one of the scroll bars and you move around inside your document. But as you can tell, it's not very precise and it's not very elegant. Another way you can navigate is to hold down the space bar on your keyboard. Holding down the space bar, no matter what tool you have selected, will turn your cursor into a hand, and then I can click in the window and move it around. This is a lot easier to do, but if you don't want to do that, you can also go over here to the little hand tool, and as you can see, the shortcut key is H. Now I think it's a little bit of a waste of time to have, let's say, the selection tool, and then I hit H, grab the hand tool, and then hit V again to go back to the selection tool. And time is money, as we know. So I think it's more efficient to just keep the tool you have, no matter what tool, hit the space bar. It will temporarily turn off the tool you had activated, and once you let go of the space bar, you'll get your tool back. So that's my little tip. Don't hit the H key and don't even bother coming over here to hit this icon. It's much better to hit the space bar. Now another way that we can get around in our document to change how big or small it is by double clicking on either of these tools here. For example, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. And when I double click on the magnifying glass, you'll notice that it zooms out to 100%. All right, if you look down here in the bottom left, you see it says 100%. So I'll zoom in as a little cloud here, a little puff, and I'll double click again, and once again, 100%. Now, what if I want to get the entire document to fit on the page? Well, in this case, you actually would want to click on the hand tool. Just double click on the hand tool, and now it will automatically fit your document so that it fits within the boundaries of the page itself. And I do this one a lot. So yes, I do actually double click on this when I need to do that. There is another way we can control the zoom of our document. Instead of using the magnifying glass, we can come down to where the percentage number is, and we can click in that little field there, and you can enter a value. So I'll go ahead and type 200. Hit enter or return, and I've zoomed in 200%. So what I'll do is double click on the hand, and now I've zoomed back out. So this is a really nice way to zoom in and out. Now you'll notice that next to this field we have a little arrow, and when you press on that arrow, it opens up some presets here as far as zoom level. So I can zoom all the way to 3%. I can't see you. He's way over there. And I can go back to the arrow and go all the way to 6400%. And I don't know where we are, but I'm going to assume somewhere on the beak. So once again, I'll double click on the hand and fit everything back in the window. Now another way that you're going to like to use, which I like to use quite often, is to go to the window menu and choose the navigator panel. The navigator panel gives you the ability, let me go ahead and just increase the size of it by grabbing the corner here. This guy gives you the ability to use the same kind of field that we see down here to enter a percentage. So I enter 200%, hit enter or return, and I've zoomed in. I also have these little mountain ranges here and a little slider. When I click on the mountain range, I zoom out incrementally, and if I click on this mountain range, I zoom in incrementally, and you'll notice that the numbers change here. So, all right, I can also use this slider to do the same thing. So I can click on the slider and I can increase or decrease my zoom. But the best part about the navigator is the red box here. The red box allows you to click inside of it and move this box around to get to the part you want to work on. So I can zoom in quite a bit, and if I really want to do some touch-ups and some cleanup work, I can then go like this, work on the beak a little bit, move down, get to the tongue, and continue to move around like so. So think of this as like a super hand tool. All right, you don't have to hold the space bar down or anything. You simply move this red box, and to increase or decrease the size of that box, use the slider. And I can really get some nice detail work done. So those are the navigation options you have available to you. Of course, choose the one that you find most efficient and most enjoyable to work with, but I like to use the navigator and the spacebar as my favorites.